My third point is real husbands work for their wives. Let me just speak to the singles, because I didn't have a week to really speak to the singles. Spoke to the women last week, wives. Speaking to the husbands today. Next week we're gonna talk about parenthood. You don't want to miss next week, because it's gonna be raw. It's gonna be great on parenthood. So I didn't really have a time to speak to the singles, but let me just take a moment and speak to the single women for a moment. Listen to Pastor, it is not wise to want a man who's not willing to work for you. Why is it so quiet on that point? Never sacrifice your worth on the altar of wanting a man. Does that make sense? Never sacrifice your worth on the altar of wanting a man. Here's what I'm saying. If he didn't work to get you, he's certainly not going to work to keep you. Now, where are my single sisters at? Let me see, raise your hand. Single sisters, all right. Single sisters in the house, go, yeah. All right, all right, all right. So I'm talking, serious what? I'm talking to eagles. I'm talking to sister eagles. I ain't talking to chickens. If you a single sister and a part of this house, you an eagle. You are not some chicken, because chickens just clunk around in the yard and they have to eat whatever you throw to them, and they don't have no choice in the matter, and they just got to stay on this level and clunk around in the yard. But eagles soar high, and eagles choose the kind of food they want to eat. Eagles choose the mate or the man that they gonna get with. Eagles do. Eagles do. Do you know when an eagle is dating? Let me show you the eagle dating process. When an eagle is dating, what happens is the male eagle starts pursuing her. He starts to pursue her, and he ain't pursuing her on the ground. He pursuing her in the air. And so she notices that she's got a male eagle on hot pursuit. And she's flying around, and she's just kind of flying around, doing different moves in the air, and then male eagle is flying right behind her, right on her tail, flying, and then she notices she's on her pursuit, and what she does is she goes and breaks a branch off of a tree and puts it in her mouth, and the male eagle continues to fly behind her, and then she says to him, I'm gonna take it up another level, and she takes him up a little higher. As soon as she gets him to the point where she wants him, she drops the stick. And when she drops the stick, the male eagle has to dive and catch the stick. If he drops the stick, she knows you ain't the one. Yeah, if he drops the stick, she knows you ain't the one. But if he catches the stick, then he takes the stick and he soars back up to her and starts chasing her again, only for her to do the process all over again. She goes this time and finds a bigger stick, a heavier stick, and she puts it in her mouth, and then she flies and she takes him up another notch. This time they're a little higher than they were the last time, and then as soon as he gets up close to her, she drops that stick. He drops the stick he had and dives after the new stick. If he doesn't catch the new stick, she knows you're not the one. But if he catches the stick, then she does that process some 3, 4 to 5 times. Because what she needs to know is that if something was to ever happen to me and I was to fall, are you going to be able to catch me? Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? And I'm just saying that I'm not talking to chickens this morning. I'm talking to mama eagles. I'm talking to some sisters who say, oh, y'all not hearing what I'm saying right now. I'm talking to some people who say, you know what? Ain't nothing going on but the rent. Gotta have a job if you want to be with me.